Hey, and welcome back to Hillside Soul, where my family and I are cultivating a simpler life one day at a time. In case you missed it in my last video, I did share that my husband and I are working to rebuild a new homestead after having our dream homestead for around 7 years. And these videos that you are watching are us doing just that. I decided to document and share our life here, as well as the process of us rebuilding our homestead. So come along with me today while I get some plants in the ground and do some general homemaking, cooking, baking, things of that nature. Thanks so much for joining me today. This morning I am going to be planting out these sunflowers. As you can see, they are huge. They have completely outgrown their containers. Look at those roots. Can you see all of those roots? Crazy. I don't know how this is gonna work. I don't know if they're gonna transplant well. I don't know if these roots are going to untangle and be comfortable in their new home. I don't know, but it's just sunflowers, so we're gonna plant them and see what happens. If they end up dying for some reason, I have 100 more sunflower seeds inside, so I can always plant more and they grow really fast. And as you can tell, I totally forgot to put drainage holes in this. Rookie mistake. What happened there? But like, look at these. It just goes to show that you can make big mistakes in your garden, or silly mistakes rather, like not putting drainage holes in your container, and sometimes things will still turn out. So there's your lesson for today, to just take the mistakes in stride, and sometimes things will still work out to your advantage, because these are beautiful. They definitely are looking sad. You can tell the little yellow on the leaves here. They definitely need some nutrients. So we're gonna get these planted. Let's walk around and figure out where we're gonna put these. I don't wanna put them in this area along the house here, because I am planning to put my tomato plants there and some other things that I don't want to be blocked by the sun. And I'm anticipating that these are gonna get pretty tall pretty quickly, and my tomato plants are gonna be on the shorter side. I also have my bush beans over there and probably some other things that I'm gonna put along this wall over here of the house. So I think I'm gonna put them somewhere else. So let's keep walking. This mess back here is my main growing space. Yeah, still haven't touched it. I'm actually waiting for my husband to mow over here, and he just hasn't had a chance to do that. So I'm waiting for him to mow, and then I will be able to begin building my raised beds. You guys, I am so excited about what I'm gonna do for raised beds. I am planning to use what I have here, and as you can tell, I have a lot of trees. So I'm gonna be building natural raised beds, and I cannot wait to see how that turns out. I've never done that before, so make sure you stick around and subscribe so that you can see that, because that will be happening in a future video, hopefully very soon. But I don't want to plant my sunflowers here because I'm fearful. As you can tell, we have lots of trees all around, and you can tell like I'm in shade right now. Hey, editing me here. I did just want to point out that this big tree that you're seeing here on the screen over top of this big garden area is going to be trimmed soon, so that will absolutely help with the shade issue and the sunlight. So I don't want to put any tall plants over here, because I do feel like that would contribute to the shade factor. So this whole area is going to be dedicated to my plants that stay pretty short. So I don't want to put them here, but let me show you where I'm thinking. It's right off to the side here. I'm thinking right here along the side of the house. It gets pretty good sunlight in the morning and throughout early afternoon. So I'm thinking I might just plant them all along this wall here. These windows here, this is our sunroom. So I think it would be really pretty outside of the sunroom too, to just see some sunflowers. Hopefully they would reach the height of the windows. I think most of them would, but either way, I think that this would be a really cute place to put the sunflowers. So let's get to planting. All right, here is how we're gonna do this. dump them out. If you don't know about chaos gardening versus, I don't know who the other people are, organized gardeners, I'm a chaos gardener. If you haven't figured that out. Yeah, look at that. I'm just gonna take them off in chunks like this and pop them in the ground. I do need to water the rest of the garden, so let's go ahead and do like a little garden tour update and water everything. In this space here, I have some sweet peas as well as some marigolds. I'm hoping to trellis those sweet peas up on the deck. I also have some bush beans that are doing phenomenal. Those are my potato plants, and then right there are the radishes that you guys saw me plant in my last video. And these bush beans that you're seeing right here are my royal burgundy beans. So here are my plants that either were destroyed by squirrels or they just didn't germinate. This nasturtium that I planted, I don't know if these were my older seeds or what, but they just didn't germinate, and I don't know why. There's a seed right there. I'm assuming these were my older seeds and they just were too old maybe. I don't know. Maybe they got dried out. Who knows what it was. So I will reuse this for something else. I will replant my chamomile, chamomile. I will replant my chamomile because obviously the squirrels ruined that. I don't need that in there. This is my basil. I'm really confused about the basil and the dill because these were new seeds, so I'm not really sure what happened here. I don't think that is a basil seedling. I'm gonna see what it turns into, but it could just be something else. I am gonna give the basil and the dill a little bit longer and see if they germinate, but I just don't think they're going to. Zucchini did not germinate. Don't know. These are very old seeds, like probably 5-year-old seeds, 4-year-old seeds maybe, so I don't think they're going to germinate. I am going to replant those as well. And then my okra, potentially the okra could still germinate. I mean, it has been pretty cool here in Pennsylvania, so I really don't know, but I may go ahead and replant all of these really. Pumpkins, this is cantaloupe. I believe this is dill. Yes, that is not dill that is coming up there. I'll show you in a second what dill looks like. So that's why I think this is just random seedlings or seeds that just got mixed in with my starter mix. Zucchini, okra, and watermelon. So these are all the things that did not work out for one reason or another, and I will likely replant most of those things. Over here is my little exciting area. I'll take this netting off in a second, but I have these really big cabbages in here that I'm going to show you, more sunflowers that are massive, and a whole bunch of other seedlings. So let's go ahead and get this netting off of here, and let's take a closer look at those strawberries here too. Look what we have here. Oh my goodness. Is that not the cutest little flower you've ever seen? I am so excited about my little strawberry plants. I know it's something very simple and a lot of people grow strawberries, but I cannot wait to pick a strawberry for the first time because I've never grown strawberries, and growing something for the first time is very exciting in my opinion. So let's real quick just go through these little seedlings in case you're interested. If not, you can always skip ahead, but I have lots of cucumbers coming up in here. I've got loofah. I have never successfully grown loofah, so I'm excited to see where this one goes. This one, pretty sure I just need to transplant it. Look, I'm just gonna pinch this dead leaf off because there's no point in keeping it. It is one of its first set of leaves, so I can just pinch those off, no problem. I do think that this one, I forgot to put drainage in also, so probably it's just sitting in water and needs drainage, honestly, I think is what it is. I have some tomato plants. These are all different varieties of tomato plants. I have more right over here. Those are tomato plants, different varieties. They're all labeled though. Like this is a yellow, this one right here is a yellow pear. Really excited about this one. I've never grown a yellow pear tomato before either. I believe those are also cucumbers back there in that corner. Here's the dill that I was talking about. So when dill pops up, it just has these two little stringy looking leaves. So that's why I was saying that's not a dill seedling that popped up over there. This is my nasturtium, one of many nasturtium. I have more on the other porch that I'll show you in a second. This is a whole container of marigolds. Again, no drainage holes in the bottom, and they're doing great. I do need to transplant them pretty soon though. This is a mixed container of seedlings, all different kinds of flowers. More sunflowers there, zinnia, sunflowers, nasturtium right here. Look at my beautiful cabbages. Oh my goodness. Cabbage is probably my favorite thing to grow. I just think it's stunning the way that it grows, and there is nothing better than coming out to the garden and plucking a head of cabbage. It's just top 5 garden experiences in my opinion. I mean, there's a lot of good experiences in the garden, but I just think that cabbages are so fun to grow. That one is definitely doing the best. And then this one is doing really well. And then these two are a little bit slower growing, so don't know why. I cannot tell you. We've had a lot of cooler days here in Pennsylvania. We have even had late frost twice now, I believe. Once that affected my area, and then once that affected like right above us. And that was just like 2 days ago that happened. That's why I haven't been really worried about transplanting them yet, because the ground is just now ready for transplanting. I'm honestly surprised that my bush beans are doing as well as they have been doing, because like I said, it's been pretty chilly. So they are, I would say, if you want to grow something for the first time, plant some bush beans. Like if you're a first time gardener, bush beans, they are extremely prolific. They stay small. You can put them in containers if you want. I just put them in the ground because I know that they're going to do well in the ground. I wanted to save my containers for other things like my cabbages and things like that. But yeah, plant some bush beans because they're amazing. And obviously hardy in a lot of different temperatures. They are doing well in the cooler temperatures, and I know that they will do well in the very hot temperatures that are yet to come. Okay, let's set off to the other porch and check out the seedlings that are up there. In this grow bag, I have collard greens planted. Right here, I have some Swiss chard, rainbow Swiss chard that has been producing great for us. We have been eating some of that. And then right here, I have chives and kale and lettuce. My gardening stuff has been taking over our sunroom lately, so I did just go inside to kind of organize my seedlings and things of that nature, put some stuff away that I wasn't going to need anymore. These cucumbers are my favorite to grow, the Armenian yard-long cucumbers. They are so good. Highly recommend if you have not tried them yet. Let's make some peanut butter together. Now, could I purchase peanut butter already made from the grocery store? Sure. Do I like to complicate my life and make peanut butter from peanuts? Yes, I absolutely do. So let's just blend up some peanuts and make some peanut butter together. There you have it, peanut butter. I do store this in the refrigerator. It, I believe, lasts for a month in the refrigerator. One thing that I like to do is when we buy bananas and they start to be overripe on the counter, I like to squeeze them into a bag and freeze them. And occasionally I will pull this out and let it thaw just a little bit. and scoop out some of the bananas to make banana bread or homemade ice cream. I have some little like popsicle molds that I like to put these into after I mix them, of course, with, you know, yogurt, berries, honey, of course, to sweeten it, all kind, you know, maybe some chocolate chips or chocolate syrup or something like that, which, by the way, I just recently made chocolate syrup from scratch and it turned out phenomenally. Like 10 out of 10 from myself, my children, and my husband, who, believe it or not, is actually the hardest one to please when it comes to chocolate syrup. So I think we've officially switched over to homemade chocolate syrup as well. And that's crazy to me because we're very particular about our chocolate syrup in this house. So I will have to share that recipe with you guys at some point. It's so easy. I don't think you'll see it in this video because we still have like half of a jar left. Let me just get it out. Oh my goodness. We do not have half of a jar left. That's how much we have left. They've been working on this. I had no idea that there was not, I mean, I don't use this, but literally there's just a tiny bit in the bottom. So I guess you will see it in this video. Let's go ahead and make some chocolate syrup after we make this banana bread. This might be a tomorrow activity for me, so you might see me in different clothes when I make this, but we're gonna make this in this vlog, and that is so exciting because I'm shocked at how good this turned out. So stay tuned for that in just a few minutes. But for now, we're gonna use my frozen bananas to make some banana bread because honestly, the reason I'm making this is because we are in the middle of baseball season with my two children and they're both on different teams and we have games like all week long. Games and practices all week long. So we need something quick that they can grab to eat as a little snack before we go to baseball practice. Typically, I've just been having them grab like a banana, a piece of fruit of some sort, and like some yogurt or something like that, or like a cheese stick. We keep, you know, cheese sticks on hand for snacks. Or nuts. They'll get like a handful of mixed nuts and that'll be their snack. But I thought it would be fun to make some banana bread today. So that's what we're gonna do. And I think I'm gonna do blueberry banana bread. I was gonna do chocolate chip, but we're a little low on chocolate chips right now and I don't wanna use them all in this recipe. So I'm gonna do blueberry banana bread. Changed my mind. I just feel like banana bread needs chocolate chips. So I'm just putting some on the top. I try every day to get outside and go for a walk, even if it's just 10 or 15 minutes of getting sunlight and fresh air and some steps in. So while the banana bread was baking, I utilized that time and the gorgeous day outside to go for a little walk.
When you find my heart, you'll set me free. Every doubt and every fight melt away inside your light. Now I see the road was long, but it led me to your song. You were there through every fall. Grace was stronger than it all.
And there's a place that I've dreamed of where I can free my mind. I hear the sounds of the season and lose all sense of time. I'm moving far away to a sunny place where it's just you and me. Feels like we're in a dream. You know what I mean. The summer air by the seaside, the way it feels how long